Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Two teams looking to get their UPSL first division seasons off to the right start. We've got UMAFC taking on SSL FC right after this.
My name is Bruno Colongi. I'm the owner and the founder of Atlanta Youth Soccer Foundation. We use soccer positively to impact and change the course of lives in the underserved community here in Atlanta.
Welcome to KSA.
We started our soccer program in 2014 here in Gwinnett County. Soccer in the United States is a pay-to-play model, and oftentimes children in the underserved community cannot afford to participate because they don't have money. And if they are able to obtain a scholarship, they lack of transportation to get to practice. AYSF is a log.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Charlie Jordan Field here at Shiloh Community Stadium. My name is Steven Johnson, and you are watching ASMG's coverage of the UPSL Division I Georgia spring season. As we mentioned earlier, we got two teams looking to kick off their Division I campaigns with a win. But of course, only one team can come up with 3 points, or we might see a split of 1. Interesting lineups here today. SSL is about to kick off here. They'll be in the white shirts, going right to left across your screen. SSL rather in the black shirts, going left to right across your screen. UMA in the white shirts, going right to left. As we kick it off, both teams coming out in a 4-3-3 formation. Should be interesting. It's a formation that gives you a lot of flexibility. What you want to do with that holding midfielder. Do they help orchestrate the play, or do they sit more off as that screening midfielder, basically becoming that third defender? Interesting start for both these two teams. Of course, Division I this season, we've got 8 teams competing currently. 2 teams will be promoted at the end of the regular season to the Premier Division. SSL is certainly coming through with a little bit of institutional knowledge and some prestige to live up to. Previously, part of the KPP Kalonji Pro Profile organization. And due to some interesting circumstances just before the match, they were unable to get their normal kits, hence why we've got the black, definitely not Kalonji Pro Profile kits with not any numberings on the back. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for some names that we may be missing, but we'll do our best. Big ball over the top. UMA looking very dangerous already. Almost through on goal. First touch lets him down, rips a shot, falls to Kim on the left wing. Put out of play. What a run. I believe that was Cho, this midfielder, number 6, who just finds so much space in behind, seemingly out of nowhere. And already UMA are trying to put their claim on this season. Ball goes out of play. It's a very aggressive run from UMA. Those midfielders, especially in the 4-3-3, when you already have 3 members forward, those midfielders coming in late can be an absolutely devastating force on the attack. SSL playing around the back. That's Mauricio. Playing the goalkeeper. Ooh, that is dangerous. He's going to fall directly to Jinwoo. Nothing too fancy. Playing it out the back. Danny lets it run. Already got the hand up, knows that was not exactly the captain's contribution he would have wanted. But UMA already trying to win back possession here and there on defensive third. Bit of a mid block coming out here for UMA in the white. Really looking collapse in the midfield. Oh, beautiful dribbling, but it's going to come to nothing. UMA on the break once again, too far to the left. Good recovery run. Bit of a soft foul, but will be going the way of SSL, potentially giving them a little bit of breathing room. As we are 3 minutes into the opener of the Division I UPSL Georgia season. Like we mentioned, it's a very interesting season here in the UPSL Division I Georgia. Primarily because, like we mentioned, this is an expansion season for the Premier Division. So 2 teams are coming up, 1 team's going down. That means all the more to play for. Ball over top. I think he's onside. Good run through. If he's got the touch, oh, that might have let him down. Good run coming out of number 3. That's right winger Burnett for UMA. And already, you can just tell what UMA want to do. They want to play Route 1. They want to lure SSL into this midfield block and just hit him on the ball over the top. Seems like we've got a few track stars in white today. Ball played left side. Do. It's Gilbert. Cooper. Joseph. Joseph definitely dropping in deep, trying to facilitate the play. UMA starting to come with the press. They're smelling blood. No one's left in that midfield. Darius on the ball. Finds Gilbert. Backed off. Darius driving. No penalty, says the ref. Played back in. Very sloppy clearance. SSL. One on that. Got a replay coming for you here. So we just see, like we mentioned, UMA, they just want to go over the top, and they play from such a dangerous position. That last touch lets him down, though. Number 23, once again, Brunette on the side of UMA. Oh, if he just keeps that ball a little closer to him, he's one-on-one with the keeper. But, well, both teams are going to have to wait to open their accounts here in the first division. UMA lining up for the corner. A lot of bodies towards that back post. In swinger. Poor clearance away, but it looks like they will be giving SSL the goal kick. A little bit shaky so far in the defense from SSL. They're really going to have to get their wits about them. Here's the corner kick coming in, and you just know this is going back post. So, yeah, it just looks like it actually just barely dribbles off the player there from UMA. But this back line for SSL has definitely got their work cut out for them. I have a sense they've got a lot of running in their futures with just how aggressive and how direct UMA have been in attack. Speaking of which, UMA recovered the ball in that midfield. Pressing up that right wing. Ball played through onside. One run, back post, tries to play it on the ground. Doesn't quite find it. Looks for Kim on that left wing. Just can't quite find his man, but will still be rewarded with the goal, with the corner kick. Only 6 minutes in, but you feel that the pressure is starting to build for SSL. UMA, they just need to break the tension. In swinger. Back post. Played in. Oh, just over the head. Good clearance away. Oh, that was really nicely played back into the midfield. Almost finds Eskew in that striker's position, but just can't make contact. 2 players going to ground. SSL, they've connected to the attacking 3. Won't be able to maintain it. Kim down that left wing. Has options. Pulls it back, but oh, it's such a lazy pass. But now here's the counterattack. SSL, maybe they've caught UMA out of position. Ball just can't get over. And this is one of those downsides of the 4-3-3, especially if you keep not enough time. Good ball played. UMA down this right wing. That's a beautiful ball to the top of the box. Good defensive effort. Flag goes up. Offsides. Or just a foul. Either way, ball's going to be going to SL. What I wanted to say, and actually we'll check a quick look at that replay, and just look. So UMA is so far impressed me with just knowing where the space is. SQ just can't quite get to the right side of the defender to take that shot. But this is very encouraging. And oh, you can just feel the pressure mounting here for SSL. Poor clearance. They're getting squeezed at the back. Find their way through. Stolen away, stolen back. Physical play. Good layoff. Rips a shot. Gonna just dribble to the goalkeeper. Not really testing him there. But like I was saying, this is one of those cautionary tales of the 4-3-3, especially when you have true forward wingers. They don't come back and help the build-up play. You need somebody to help connect that midfield to the attack. That's what they've been lacking, but now they're on a 4-on-4 break. Make that 4-on-5 with some room on the wing. They can play down this wing, looking for it, overlapping. Slowing down, two defenders, cuts through him beautifully. Oh, just lose possession of the ball, cuts again, but defensive effort from UMA will cut any chance of that attack out. SSL really are just trying to absorb pressure from UMA at the back and hoping that they catch out some odd number plays going back the other way, but that is a risky business. SSL do maintain possession, though, so they will get this throw. Looks like it's not going to be the long ball. Tries to find it into the box. Gonna be cut out. Played around. Shot. Stopped. Cycling it around. Big ball over the top, but he's isolated. UMA, they find the ball. SSL pick it back up. Good, strong play out there from the midfielder. Maybe a little bit too strong. See somebody there for SSL limping just a little bit. Free kick will be the call. Probably just a little bit too far to be really a danger on goal. Maybe right about that maximum range, I'd say. Not a lot of guys stacking up at the back post, so they might rip it. Over the wall. In on goal. Oh, hits the American crossbar. That'll go back out for UMA goal kick. Honestly, as far as free kicks go, that is not a bad attempt. Tries to just hit this. Left-footed. Just doesn't dip enough. Forces a good acrobatic move out from the UMA goalkeeper, but UMA already trying to find that break. Good clearance out. I'm going to take a guess. I'd say that might be Mauricio. Once again, no numbers on the back of the SSL jerseys at the moment. Does make that a bit of a guessing game, more of an art than a science, I'd say. But either way, somebody from SSL puts that ball out. Prevents UMA from coming in. Ball played in. Down the line. Whitehead tries to find his way back, but he's going to be called dead. Slight confusion. Actually, it looks like a free kick here from UMA. That would be a rather awkward free kick angle to take a shot on goal. Still will put three men in the... That confuses me because this is going to be an in-swinger. The ball's not going there. That is a waste of two men on this play. Well, we'll see if they can overcome it. UMA Look at the back post. Oh, almost find a free header. Is called offsides, though. Made the move a little bit too early. Well, he staggered their run by about a second. That could have been really, really nicely played. I'll tell you one thing. I do not envy that far side linesman. Because with how UMA playing, he might be the most important person on the pitch. SSL working their way out of trouble. Wide open midfield. Moving this to the right flank. Overlap. Clearance from UMA will stop the buildup. SSL really starting to feel their way into the game. They're just finding those quick movements to break through the initial press out of UMA. And once able to settle into this midfield position, they're looking a lot more open. Bit of a commentator's curse as they immediately put it out of play. And this will be interesting, how the game adapts from here. UMA certainly had the number of their opponents for the first 8 minutes of the match. Might be really upset to have not walked away from that sequence of play with a goal. Ball played across, just not going to find the feet. Now SSL seem to be back. Not necessarily in control of the game, however. Seem to be playing their game. Deflection in the midfield. Playing around the back. Bit of a cross-country meet here for Schick. Dirty tackle coming out from UMA means it's going to be an SSL free kick. Now this one I can almost guarantee you is not being put on a goal. I could try to find a head. Maybe that Schick. Top of the box. Played to the defender. Kim unable to maintain possession. SSL maintaining possession still. Dump it out around. Here comes the press. UMA a little too ambitious potentially with their movements. They're having a hard time getting SSL off the ball right now. Back heel flick. Looking for outlets, only finding his way back. That's a poor ball out to the wide area. Burnett unable to keep the ball in. Big ball over the top. Good knee. Not going to be enough, but does buy some time. Good defensive efforts. But as we go from a period of UMA strength, feels like SSL are the ones knocking on the door. All over the top. SQ on the ball. Header. Shrugs off the challenge. He's got one wide, one short. So look for Kim. Does he look for Brunette? Looks into the midfield. Jinwoo rips his shot way outside, and that's just going to sail over the crossbar. Not his greatest effort in the world. You know, it's really hard to say that that felt like a desperation play as we are 16 minutes into the opening game of the season. But I feel like you can find a better shot opportunity than that. So that's what we're here in the UPSL for. It's all about development, not only for the players, but for the team, especially as the season continues. A lot of bright spots here for both teams. SSL predominantly, actually with their ability to maintain possession of the ball in the midfield, it's actually been very impressive the last few minutes. UMA, good at finding the space, but just not quite able to link it all together. Kim on the ball. Oh, this is an opportunity for a shot, rips it. Ooh, tries to go bottom corner. You look dangerous there. Cutting in from that left flank. Went for power, though, over placement. Typically, when you see that left wing cut in, what you're normally looking for, especially if you've got a right-footed left winger, which is what you look for in like an inverted winger, is that placement shot just over the goalkeeper. It's so easy to get caught off your line on that diagonal angle. Personally, as a Tottenham fan, in grave pain today, it's kind of the classic Sonny move. Cutting in from that left wing and trying to place it directly over the keeper. But there are many different ways of playing the position, so we'll see how his movement works today. Ball played through. UMA regain possession. No pressure in this midfield. Some pressure in this midfield. Whitehead up to Kim. Getting a bit of a bear hug. Might be getting a little feisty. That is completely that man's fault. Once again, don't know who it is. Was giving Kim a big old bear hug and then followed through on a shot. I think he caught a UMA player that he did not see. It's a little bit of, I'd say, karma on that one. Don't think it was anything overly malicious, but it's soccer, it happens. Ball over top, that's wide open, good defensive coverage. Playing back up to top, that looks like a handball, but falls to Kim. Kim cutting out to the left foot, taken down, that's an interesting shout, no penalty. Second time we've seen someone go down in the box from UMA. First time, I think I agree with the referee. That time, hey, I'm glad we had the benefit of VAR up here. Playing through the midfield. UMA, they're trying to find that movement, backing off so much, is trying to bring SSL out of their own defensive third and opening up that room over the top. SSL, do they go for the press or do they stay disciplined? Members coming up, playing through the middle. Good ball through. That's beautifully on goal. That should be one-on-one. Lets it rip, and there's the goal. That's the opener for number 13. That's Eskew opening his account for UMA. And he should want to celebrate that one. It's a beauty. Beautiful, honestly. Only thing better than the finish was the through ball to set it up. Fantastic ball by Kim. And ask you, when you're one-on-one with the keeper, you just got to pick your spot, send it. Finds that far post. Beautifully taken. And a great way to open up the 2023 UPSL Georgia Division I season here for spring. And hopefully for him, and hopefully for UMA, that's the first goal of many. Once again, that is a goal for number 13, Eskew, assisted by number 7, Kim. Kim with the tackle. Big ball over the top. Very adventurous goalkeeper. Honestly, when the ball falls to him outside the box, you just want to go in any direction that is not your goal, so full props. So Joe, number 1. Goalkeeper from UMA getting the job done. Hasn't been called on too much this game. Had the one acrobatic coverage, I want to say, of that first free kick. That cross does not find its recipient. No one in the same zip code, it even looks like. UMA on the ball. Wide open on the right. Can Eskew bring his head up? No, his first touch just lets him down. Now going back the other way, SSL. They got a man right. Great, important interception from UMA. A bit of a tangle. As UMA should be receiving possession. Number 5 there. That I cannot stress how insanely important that challenge is from Danny, as there is a man just completely wide open on that near side. If he doesn't get a foot on that, that is a one-on-one challenge with the keeper, and Danny's day gets much harder, or Joe's day gets much harder back there in net. Joe playing out to his backs. Eller, big ball over the top once again. Brunette looking for an overlap, goes under, finds Brunette again. Kim's wide at the back post, SQ in the middle. Looks for the overlap. Keeps it in. So many bodies here available in the midfield. Off the defender. Will be going for a throw-in for UMA. And it seems like that goal was exactly what UMA needed to really kickstart. Their aggression once more lays it off, not finding its way through traffic. Ball played in, rips a shot from the edge of the area. I'm gonna be honest, I like their through ball play a little bit more than their long shots today, but whatever gets the job done, gets it done. And as SSL FC goalkeeper Nushaw has a brisk jog to go retrieve that ball, let's take a look at the overall picture for Division 1. As we mentioned before, this is an 8-team season. Well, we played over 12 match weeks. Top 2 teams will be moving up. And there's a lot of heated competition here. For those of you who watched our coverage of the Regional Cup, we've got Volpe in this division now. We've got Pachuca, Georgia, join the league. We also got some mainstays. So, oh, Kim's on the ball. Kim's alone. Kim makes it. That's a goal. UMA. They make it 1. They make it 2. And it looks like they are taking strong control of this game. Beautiful play from the winger. So nice. We'll play it twice. I'd say didn't even give me time, just poor play out of the back. Great cut to the inside, and that's what you want to see out of your winger. 2-footed play, left shot, just goes straight in. And SSL's back line, they've looked really shaky tonight. Well, I mean, it's the day. Today, this afternoon. During today's proceedings, they have looked less than confident, I would say, and that is not going to help that situation. Another thing to shout out for their back line, up until the match time, SSL were expecting to have Santino as that right-sided center back. Had to end up making a substitution at the last minute just due to his circumstances. Ended up moving the holding midfielder, Mauricio, back into that position. Joseph moving up to the holding midfield. So not necessarily the back line they're used to running with, but they are getting ripped apart today. And this is one of the interesting things you see at this level. Where does the mental resilience come in here? Because this has to be a backline that, even if you make a mistake or two, the most important thing is just to clear the mind to still play like it's 0-0. Because if you start letting those get to you, oh, that is a beautiful ball over the top. Defender's not even in the same zip code. Looking for Kim on the cutback. No, finds SQ, not able to get him. SQ just had 3 men on him. Basically just making a zone of protection around him. Kim completely unmarked on that left side. Tries to cut in. Looks like Burnett's not quite able to pick the man. Those are some high pressing fullbacks I'm seeing, and they're just leaving way too much room in this backfield for a very simple attack plan. Like we said, it's Route 1. How do you score a goal? Put the ball at the goal. Speaking of which, SSL, they're driving. 2-on-2, trying to take him around the defender. Drops the ball, maybe looking for a play across. UMA outnumbered. Drops it back, cross, finds the man, rolls on the ground, and that's a goal! SSL pick that one out. 25 minutes into the game, they're bringing this game back to a 1-goal matchup. Not the greatest effort in the world out of the goalkeeper, but you don't care how they come. Good cross, good positioning. Has not exactly covered himself in glory. Joe, the number 1, the man between the sticks. Kind of mentioned hadn't been really called on to do much tonight, and when they needed him most, he vanished. Well, either way, like we said, we'll take them as they come. And already 3 goals on the matchup, 26 minutes in. I gotta tell you, if this is what we're looking forward to in Division 1, ladies and gentlemen, you guys better be staying tuned. This is fun. Well, played out to the left wing. SSL remaining defiant, refusing to go quietly into this matchup. Kim creating space on the left wing. Here comes SQ. Ball played at the top. That's a phenomenal diving attempt. What are you? What? Who are these people? Who let them on this pitch? That's fantastic, in a good way. UMA, that is such a well-worked goal. Kim here buys room for SQ. Right there, plays it down the line. SQ, that looks like Cho, number 6, play across. Oh, but that's the goal of, that's beautiful. That is a phenomenal attempt. That was either Jinwoo or Jeong, I believe, on that back side. We'll get our stats team on that shortly just to confirm the goal scorer, but what a beautiful acrobatic attempt. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot remind you enough, there is still 60 more minutes to go in this game, and we already have 4 goals on the board. And these aren't just any goals, these are fairly well-worked goals. Aggressive tackle in the midfield. Will be going the way of SSL. Stolen away. UMA, they're not done just yet. Looks like onside. SQ, he's through. He's one-on-one. He can make it another. Oh, goalkeeper goes to ground. Goes for a interesting feet-first clearance attempt. Once again, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. But still, UMA are looking deadly in that final third. Controlled with the face. SSL progressing out of the backfield once more. Through ball played to himself. Misses himself. UMA on the ball, SQ. Another recipient of another bear hug. Say, if you didn't know better, you'd almost think that we're here in Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. But nope, this is the UPSL Georgia First Division new season of the spring of 2023. Ball over the top. Not quite finding Kim. Good boot out there. Looks like a yellow card given to an SSL center back. Once again with no numbers. Your guess is as good as ours, ladies and gentlemen. But important to note, already 1 card shown to SSL. Especially in that center back position. I don't know how much depth they got back there. They're already missing 1. The guys they got on the pitch look a little concerned. And now, as the coach, do you start subbing people off at halftime? Protect them from that second yellow. SSL not quite able to connect. Up top will be giving Joe the goal kick for UMA. Joe, who fortunately has had a bit of a, not exactly a highlight reel moment, kind of dropped like a turtle on his previous save time. Maybe looking for a little bit of redemption here. Though honestly, he'll probably be happy if he doesn't have any more chances this game. What is this backline for SSL? UMA, they are through. Oh, cutback just can't quite find its mark. 5 members blistering forward. I'd say if I'm the SSL coach here, I think my work would be cut out for me. This back line needs to be put into shape. I mean, we see a lot of different philosophies when it comes to a back line. We have a team like Rovers, currently ranked number 3 in the nation by a few polls as far as the UPSL goes. They love to play with fullbacks that basically operate as wingers, but they have such a defensive structure in the midfield that they can get away with it. Here, I don't think SSL have quite the same personnel to get that over the line. So some adaptations may have to be coming around this halftime talk. Otherwise, I think UMA are going to be very happy to just play ball after ball after ball, especially with Burnett on that right wing. Looking phenomenal. The man's practically a ghost out there. It feels like no center back can see him. And as far as things for your wingers to be, Ghost is a pretty good one. Invisible to the opponent, it's always nice. Visible to the opponent, but definitely not to our broadcast cameras. We're happy to just keep trying at him. Kim goes down. Looks like he was tripped up as he was trying to play that ball through. Might be a little lucky. So I don't think he was getting to that ball, so SSL may have helped him out a little bit there. Camu, as we mentioned already, has one goal on the day. Two members lined up over this ball. Jeong, holding midfielder, will give way to Kim, it looks like. Kim looks to make this an in-swinger. A bit harder to connect on the header. Typically for a header, you want an outswinger, something that kind of comes to be parallel with the goal by the time it gets to the defender. In-swinger is a little bit trickier to get someone on the end of. A little bit easier to find the net on, but that would be a very, very impressive effort if he was able to get that through. Doesn't find its way over the first line. Does find its way to the back line for UMA, so they will maintain possession. Chick, the lone goal scorer here for SSL, tries to push. What are we doing? You can't do that. They don't deserve to have gotten that save. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to watch that replay because that is a crime of a backline. What happens? Two members just stand there and put their hands up. You need to play to the whistle no matter, I don't care if the dude is in Canada. You must track the striker back. We'll see this. Ball played over the top. Oh, they don't, their backline just all out of shape. That guy who was tracking back, he was just like 4 steps behind the backline. Yeah, this backline just all out of wax. It looks like the left-sided center back. If I had to make my best guess, I'd say Cooper? Question mark? Was far enough behind the defensive line. Oh, lordy. I'd say I'm glad I'm not the goalkeeper for SSL, or otherwise I might be having a few choice words with my defensive line at the moment. And I think I speak on the behalf of all of us here at ASMG, who apparently just are all goalkeepers, because that makes sense, would agree. We would all have a few choice words if our defensive line just stood there. SSL trying to work their way up. They're going to need a lot more goals because I don't see any fundamental change. There's not like a one-stop solution to fix this backline because SSL, they need to tighten up this backline, or, you know, 3 is going to be a very, 3 is going to look really good in the goals against column after this opener. So they need to figure out what's going on back there, maybe drop that midfielder basically into a halfback position. But more importantly, they need to score goals. They need to score a lot of goals because I guarantee you UMA's not done, so SSL's got to come back in kind. Looks like the ball just dribbles off his foot. Not able to get the shot away there for SSL. UMA picking that one up. Kim on the ball. Kim still on the ball. Kim still on the ball. Kim knocked off the ball. Very fancy footwork there from the UMA left winger. Quick ball taken. Cooper clears it out. Return to sender. Kim down this left wing. Cuts inside. still on the ball. Dispossessed, but still has members in support. 3 on the wing. Whitehead looks for the ball across. Very bold catch there. Out from Newshaw, the goalkeeper. Didn't quite attack that as much as I would have liked, but still he puts his body on the line to maintain possession, and you do have to respect it. Once again, good effort coming out from the SSL goalkeeper, Newshaw. SSL trying to build out of the back, but here comes the pressure. Unable to maintain, unable to get it past midfield. Look at that run, Whitehead on the side. Defensive line, you can't sub him out. Sub him out right now. Good movement from UMA, strong tackle, not being taken off by the ref, but SSL driving down this right wing, at least that it seems like the attackers want to play the game. I believe that's Mado on that left back position, who I think for the second time in a row now has just put his hand up. That's a good ball through Eskew. He's got a bit of work to do. Rips the shot, just leans back and lets it sail over the post. UMA are looking deadly today. And I said they got to be a little bit worried. I mean, obviously they're looking good. They got to be careful, especially with number 7 Kim, who is very well living up to that jersey number. I mean, if he just keeps playing like this, I don't know if he's on. I don't know if he's on UMA for too much longer. I think he's definitely got quite a bit of potential, but UMA, they're going to be very happy with him as long as they get to keep him. But honestly, that's the best compliment we can give here in the UPSL. Everyone's trying to develop players, teams, coaches. Everyone wants to move up, and there is no greater success than setting a player up. But for now, he'll enjoy the time he has. Eskew on the ball, has Kim in support. Eskew lets it rip, and he finds the goal for his second of the day. UMA, they bring us to a 4-1 scoreline as we enter the 40th minute of play. He's been winding up for this all day long. He finally settles his feet, lets it rip, left-footed effort, right side of the net. And it feels like shooting drills now for Newshaw, who just has to deal with so many shots coming in at him, left, right, crosses, bodies flying. And that is a goalkeeper who's, I mean, it's not, I'll be straight, it's not Newshaw's fault. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 of those he could have saved, but it's not the goalkeeper's fault when you're this far behind, because it's just it's just the back line. SSL, they're really going to have to go back to the well and go back to the board to figure out how they want to play this one. UMA maintaining possession. Biggest question for me is, do we see a 5th before halftime? Still 5 minutes to go here, plus stoppage time. Ooh, look at that right wing. Oh, just play him the ball. He's so open, it's not even fair. Ball played over. Can he cut in? Tries to find it. Doa, I believe, wins that ball. Positioning's not been great. Effort after through ball hasn't been great, but the one-on-one situation does maintain his composure. On the ball. SSL are getting pushed. You see just the entirety of the back line is basically dropping in pretty close to the defensive line. They're having a lot of trouble with the high press, and UMA just want to play. UMA's front players, they want the ball, and you can feel it. I mean, so far I've seen some great tackles from Kim. I've seen some great work from Eskew and Brunette. And then that midfield, it's really hard to break them down. Every member of this UMA squad, they're greedy. But that's what you want your defenders to be. You want them to be greedy. You want them to do whatever it takes to get the ball. I think SSL wanted to be halftime. I'll be real straight with you. I do not envy this coach's job at halftime. Bouncing ball played around. SSL find a break. Very aggressive, but UMA regained possession. Unafraid to cycle it out. Brunette making that run down that right wing. Fed by Vantes. Ball to UMA. 2.5 minutes left before stoppage time. Just not able to keep that ball in. Will fall to SSL. The question is, do you want to try to find something long over the top here, or do you just kill the half? Kim finds the ball. Very nice touches. That is a foul through and through. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, yellow card has already been issued to one member of the back line. I believe that's going to be the right back. If my charts are correct, that might be Fabrice picking up the yellow card. Yellow card caution issued. 44th minute of play. And it's only halftime, ladies and gentlemen. If they're upset now, they may be getting more upset if they let another 1 or 2 in. Kim on the ball. Kim on the ball once we find a ball. This one is being shuttled down that near side for us. I'm really disappointed. I saw them dropping off the corner flags in a golf cart before the match. I was really hoping that that'd be the ball boy. You know, just like almost like a golf cart on the golf course, just picking them up and doling them back out. But we'll make do with what we got. Kim, dangerous in-swinger possibility here. If you can get enough bend on it, that could find the net. Here it comes. Looks for it. Oh, goes to that far corner. Oh, it just doesn't dip enough. Really, you can almost see the fear in Nushaw's eyes as he takes that first quick back step. Maybe a toe or two stepped on here. It's very easy for people to come together in the free kick, so thankfully for that lad, only a few more seconds before the end of the first half. Should be giving him some time to get back on his feet. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. First half action comes to a close here at Shiloh Community Stadium at Charlie Jordan Field. UMA dominate SSL 4-1 in the first half. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what they have in store for us in the second half. And of course, stay tuned even longer, and you'll get to see the UPSL Premier matchup of Kalonji Pro Profile versus FC Birmingham. Don't go anywhere. You want to stay tuned right here to ASM&G.
My name is Bruno Colongi. I'm the owner and the founder of Atlanta Youth Soccer Foundation. We use soccer positively to impact and change the course of lives in the underserved community here in Atlanta. We started our soccer program in 2014 here in Gwinnett County. Soccer in the United States is a pay-to-play model, and oftentimes children in the underserved community cannot afford to participate because they don't have money. And if they are able to obtain a scholarship, they lack of transportation to get to practice. AYSF has allowed our players to not just be able to cover the registration cost, but we provide transportation, food, clothing, and all other necessities that allow our players to become part of the soccer community. Currently, we provide scholarship to over 40 underserved players.
2 clap, 2 clap, 3 clap, 1 clap, 2, 0.
To those players, the opportunity to get out of the environment and to be included in a prestigious soccer means the world to them. They work harder, they take their training seriously, and they give their best both athletically and strive to do well in school. What we do here at AYSF gives children the opportunity to become well-rounded citizens in our community. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what is quickly becoming a rout here at Charlie Jordan Field at Shiloh Community Stadium. SSL currently trail UMA 4-1 here at home. An absolute collapse in the first half from SSL. Can they fight back to find anything from this match, or will UMA continue their domination? I'm Steven Johnson. You're watching ASMG's coverage of the UPSL Division I Spring of 23 season. 2 promotion spots on the line this season as we are just getting our campaign kicked off. Looks like substitution may be coming in quickly from SSL. Saw a bit of a chat between the coach and the fourth official rather. We may have to keep our eyes peeled for exactly who has made that change. Kind of working our way down the list and seeing who's on the bench. Looks like number 22, Aiden Collins, may be checking in here to the game. Exact positioning yet to be seen. He's lined up on the right side. May have subbed in for Burnett. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get that confirmation, we'll get that right to you. Looks like Jinwoo is also pressing up to that right winger position. SSL bursting out of the gates. Can't find the cross. Picked up, Jinwoo. Looks like Kim actually has also moved around. He seems to be slotting in as a striker. Now, Eskew nowhere to be seen. Eskew, who was sitting on a brace. Ball played across. Kim almost gets his way onto the end of it. Going shoulder to shoulder there with the defender. Not able to see it home. That would have been the brace for him. Somebody looks like he got pinned right there between Kim and the bar. See that drive? Good handoff here on the left wing. Ball dribbles across. Kim tries to get on the end of it. Good defensive effort there. Looks like one of the center backs. I think that's Mauricio. A little long to get up. Be a goal kick coming out from SSL. SSL certainly need to kick this game into high gear if they want to find anything. Currently trailing by 3 goals. So looks like a lack of determination there, letting some heads drop right at the end of that first half. Ball played over the top. SSL can't get on the end of it. UMA back in position and possession. Dribbles down that left wing. Can't find the man in the midfield. Played over the top. And back by SSL. Laid off. Good ball into that midfield. Looking overlap. Finds its way. Shoulder to shoulder. Good defense effort. Falls to the attacker. Ripped it. It's in. Oh, just into the side net. Looks like Whitehead overlapping from a left wing position. So working right now on figuring out who the substitution are for UMA. Speaking of UMA, beautiful ball played around to that right side. Number 9. Tries to cut it back across. That's number 3, Whitehead. Looks like he's moved from a left back position up to a left wing position. Moving Kim over to striker. Eskew and Brunette have been subbed off. Question is, who is that new left back? UMA regain possession. Given away. That's number 5 in that left back. So that's Danny at left back. That now brings us another question as to who is now the left-sided center back as we continue on our journey of figuring out who is playing this game. Lair still is that right-sided center back for UMA. Free kick. SSL sails over, looks to go straight to the keeper, Jew. Holds on to that rather comfortably. Down that right wing, here's Kim. Can't quite maintain possession. Aggressive pressing coming out from UMA, trying to win back possession here. SSL finds break, right wing, into the center, played back. Tried to play across once again, very lazy cross coming through. Oh, had so much time to set that one up, but leans just a little too far back. I honestly have no clue who just took that shot, but somebody had a very, like I said, very lazy ball coming across. Looked to be a poor center. But thankfully, no members of UMA there to clear that lead. Just a little bit too far back. Tries to get a nice dip on it. Doesn't dip enough. We'll be going out for that UMA goal kick. Big ball over. UMA still playing aggressive. Aggressive press. One back by UMA. Whitehead, who's moved from that left back to the left wing position, alongside Kim, who has slotted in as a striker. Really looking for whatever they can up here. Cervantes with the throw in, giving away pretty cheaply. So playing that ball to the far side. Underlap. Not going to be taken. Midfield's not really dropping off for this. That's going to have to be the center backs moving out of position. Cooper playing that to the right wing. Overlap, not found. Whitehead. Playing it around the back. Jeong. Back to the back line. Chow on the ball. Plenty of space. Not sure if he was really trying to go out to the wing there, or whether that might have been a long ball for Kim. Gonna find neither. It appears that Danny is actually still the left-sided center back, so we're figuring out this puzzle step by step, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4? All right, Han. Han seems to be our new player coming in. He is come in to our matchup. Once again, that's still SQ and Burnett, our 2 substitutions off. SSL have the ball, attacking third. Plenty of space down that right wing. Goes around the man. Strong challenge there to knock that one out. SSL are starting to put something together. But still have been lacking that last bit of quality in the final third. Well, they're going to get a corner kick. Good opportunity to try to bring this game a little bit closer. Just about 36 minutes left to play here. Still trailing by 3. It would take quite a comeback to even salvage a point out of this home day. Corner not finding anyone. Ball played. That's going to fall to Kim. Taken around the goalkeeper. All that's left to put the finishing touch. Can he find it? Oh, he goes wide. Oh, Kim is going to be kicking himself for that one. That is the freest goal he will miss. Good tracking back by the defender to at least put some challenge on it, but Newshaw just comes so far out of goal there. Really weird ball played back. I think the idea is to play this to the center back. Kim jumps on it so much quicker. It may have been looking for Newshaw, but Newshaw was not the first one to get there. Kim just puts it in the side net. SSL should be counting their lucky stars that the scoreline's only 4 against. Ooh, sloppy clearance there from Joe, but I think he will be safe for now. That is a foul. I believe that's Schick. No card. Substitution coming in. Once again, no number will be coming on for another no number. That's the left back coming off the pitch. No, that's the Cooper? Maybe? Where is he going? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a 4-3-3. I think that's the right wing he's come on for. So my best guess will be Jason has come off. Schick has moved over to the right wing, and somebody's come to replace him. Could be literally anybody. As the players do not have numbers. And that's kind of all we got. So maintain possession. I believe that is the first substitution we have seen from SSL thus far. We do have a pretty deep bench. Not finding too much use of it just yet. Big cross. Bouncing ball is going to really cut down the time this left back has on the ball. Played in, almost stolen away. Good bit of skill out of the midfield. Nice team. Kim finds the ball, tries to chip the goalkeeper, and falls over. Kim having a much better first half than the second half thus far. Almost spoiled with opportunity. He's a kid at the buffet table. He's got too many options. Can't quite figure out what he wants to go for. Whitehead absolutely blistering towards the goalkeeper. Not able to find it, but does apply pressure. Advantage played. UMA maintain possession. Cervantes on the ball. Well, certainly something to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is this the first game of the season, but this is a first game of a new team. So certainly plenty of time and plenty of room to right some wrongs here. There will certainly be a lot to dissect after this game. UMA fouled in that midfield third. We'll give them a free kick. Could be looking to drop this one on over the top. Short ball, played the left wing. Cross, headed away. Very hopeful volley. Not going to find anyone. That is Collins. For a very hopeful ball over the top. Ball back the other way, very well covered. Defensive header. UMA will put a stop to the attack. Attack restarts. possession, driving down this right side. Kim just wide open at that back post. Takes a touch, looks to rip one, has some support coming in. He's going to take it himself. Right-footed effort. That's the goal. That's the brace for number 7. Very, very well-deserved number there for Dong Young Kim in the Never 7 shirt today. Looks to maybe goes around 2 people, just keeps switching it. So comfortable on his right or his left foot. That's what you love to see out of a winger. And that is a man in form here today. And as this contest restarts in the 60th minute of play, 30 more minutes left to go. Already a 5-1 lead on the board here for UMA, and you gotta feel like UMA are just not stopping anytime soon. Hat trick potentially in the work. Kim can find one more, that's it. Good play, Whitehead down that left wing, trying to find Kim, can't quite make it all the way, but will go out for a UMA corner kick. UMA certainly having a very different start to the season as opposed to SSL. They look to be firing on all cylinders. Honestly, with the performance off today, I wouldn't be shocked if there was a shout for them to be early front runner for one of those 2 promotion spots. Of course, in the UPSL Georgia division, we're gonna have 1 relegation out of the top division, 2 promotions out of the bottom to bring us up to 12 in the Premier League, the Premier season division this season. Looks like some substitutions getting ready, but not before the corner kick. Played to that back post. Can he keep it in? No, he cannot. And he'll be going out for SSL throw. All right, 2 men coming on. Let's see what we got. Number 25 coming into the game. That's Balotto. He'll be coming in for a limping number 8. That should be Zhang off. Diago Lotto coming on. Didn't quite get a read on that other substitution. Looks like number 9, Kang. Also coming, or Jinwoo rather, is coming off the pitch. His service is done for today. SSL maintain possession. Quick play coming in SSL. Plenty of room down this right wing. Played across. No one on the back end. They do pick it up before it goes out. Put out of play. Still maintained by SSL. UMA will certainly have a long road ahead of them if they want to look for promotion. Dalton United was our most recent winners of this first division, and they did so with 63 goals on the season, so some big shoes to fill. But you got to fill 1 game at a time. Whitehead down that left wing. Looks like also with number 22 coming on, that's Aiden Collins has now moved into that midfield position, or into that striker position. That looks just temporarily. A lot of mobility coming out from Kim up top. But SSL, they have the ball off of a poor goal kick. Not going to find its way through traffic. Kim is in a mile of free space, and I think for once I can't really blame the defenders because that was very offsides. Kim is very eager, though. I think he he would love to start today off and start this season off with the hat trick. Kind of surprised they took SQ off, as he was also on a brace. But apparently this game might not just be about... This game might not just be about getting the individual players as many goals as possible, but they have some chance to get some rotation in here. Obviously, when you are up by 4 goals, I'd say it's a pretty safe opportunity to get some match conditioning into your players. Kim dropping back into a very defensive position here. Will be opening up some room in front of him. Speaking of which, down that right wing, that might just not hold up for him. Revante is not quite able to get on the end of that one. I feel like Kim's kind of doing his best impression of the entirety of the attacking lineup for... What? Who got a yellow card? That looks like number 11, Cervantes. I don't know what he did. Kicking the ball out. That's that'll get you booked. Bit of a silly foul when you're up by 4 goals, but who am I to judge? Well, I'm the commentator, so I guess I am to judge. But it's come with the territory. SSL once again begin pushing their boulder up the mountain. Poor ball played into the midfield. Immediately just goes to the feet of UMA. Ball played over the top. No one really to run onto it. The intensity we felt in the first few minutes of the game have certainly dropped off, as this game certainly feels like a foregone conclusion that was really established about a good 20-30 minutes ago before we ended the first half. And it's important to say that even though this is a poor showing today, Cravante tries to play that ball back across the box. Good. Poor effort. What? That's goal number 6 for UMA. Newshaw just can't hold on to it. I was going to say good effort out of the goalkeeper. Goes to ground to pick that ball up. How did that happen? Very hopeful ball played across here, not going anyone. He just can't hold on to it. And I'll be honest, that's not great. Number 6, Cho, will be picking up credit for that one, I believe. Great run out of a defensive position. Will be the 6th goal and the 4th unique goal scorer for UMA FC here today. And this game very much feels over at this point. Ball play down the wing, intercepted. No foul. Room in the attack. Kim not thrilled with his service. No celebration, of course, coming at the end of that last goal, and I think we can all understand why. Definitely a gimme, and I don't know if you need to rub it in that much when you are leading by 5 goals. SSL regain possession, lays it off to a midfielder who just isn't there. Driving once again at the net. Ball played across. Whitehead gets a shove. Referee's got a little bit of points to the spot. That's going to be a PK for UMA, and I already know who's taking it. It was Whitehead who wins the penalty. Very good ball played across. So played down this right side, driven forward, beautifully holds up. Looks like just a coming together, but as a defender, just can't get in front of his man. Like I said, Whitehead did earn the penalty. Kim is on a hat trick. Who takes the PK is an interesting question. We did see this. Last time we saw a PK, we did see a bit of what I can only describe as a tantrum from some members of Atlanta Rovers who are otherwise off to a phenomenal season thus far. I'd say probably like the only asterisk I'd put. They put it outside the box. I need to see a replay of that because I don't agree with that. I don't think. We should have a little bit of time as UMA are still queuing up for the free kick. Kim is the one who's over the ball, and I'd be shocked if he does not do anything but drive this ball directly at the net. Maybe we'll get the replay later. Multiple members now standing over the ball. Runs over it. Kim will be striking. Puts it in. It's off the bar. That's in, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the hat trick for number 7, Kim. Take a bow. That was in. We will watch the replay. So here's that first ball. Cross coming. That's in the box. Should be a PK. Ball goes in. A lot of arguments if we could possibly get a replay of the free kick as well. It's one of those where it hits the bar, bounces down, bounces back out, but I believe it clearly crossed the line. Cho is number 6, the one who initially runs over this ball. Kim then takes the strike. Ooh, can we play that back one last time? Either way, when I played that, when that played live, it looked like it was through. As UMA now leads 7-1 is the scoreline. Kim with the hat trick, certainly well earned today. Well played, goalkeeper out. Oh, but just can't get enough on it. Goal line clearance. Will save. Joe from potentially another. And we got the not only a replay, but we got the slow-mo ready for you guys. We can really dive into this one. So let's watch where it goes. It's all about where it bounces after it hits the top post. Usually with these kind of shots, it hits the ground and then kind of bounces back. It's got backspin on it. That's in. That is clearly in. It's got the spin on it, so it'll come back out. That's why everyone goes for the shout, but correct call from the keeper. SSL, some emotions I think are starting to boil over at this point, so I understand the complaints, but that's not the difference maker in this game. That is the least of all the reasons why they are behind right now. Looking for Kim, not going to find him, has too much traffic in front of him. Once again, the hat trick for Kim. Phenomenal opening day here in the UPSL First Division. Honestly, feeling a bit like a FIFA game at this point with the scoreline. 7-1, and I don't know if it's going to stay there. Substitution readied. Potentially for SSL. Can't exactly hold up numbers. So now, there's a shot once more, and yeah, it's just in. Up top. They'll bring it back to their back line just to maintain possession. Kim on the ball. Oh, can't do it himself. Had some support, but likes to take on the man one-on-one, and looks like he loses that battle. So just doing whatever they can to maintain possession at this point. I think everyone on UMA is just thinking, where's my goal today? Kim's got his 3. Escu's got 2. Cho and Jinwoo's got 1. When's the center back getting on the score sheet? When's the midfielders? Well, both midfielders actually do have a goal to their name. Played through enough. SSL trying to work their way out of the back once more. Find some room here on the left wing. Got 4 members forward with 5 members back from UMA. Closing in quickly. Good ball across that. Oh, just can't get enough power on that shot. Beautiful ball across. And that really has been the Achilles heel of SSL today, besides the entirety of their defense. Their ability to get the ball from wide positions into their center players really has been letting them down on the scoreline today. Ball played wide. SSL on the break. Right wing. Back in top of the box. Good touch. Just enough of a barrier. Number 17. Able to keep the attackers away. Alir buying his goalkeeper, Joe. Just that extra half a second he needs to smother that ball. And it just seems like a leisurely game of passing in the park here. I think SSL know that their chances of getting a 6-goal comeback at this point in the game are pretty slim. That being said, goal differential can be a tiebreaker at the end of the season, so you never know when one single goal will be the decider between a finishing position of promotion or not. So I don't want to say there's nothing left to play for, but I think the match points are not likely coming. Joe coming out of the backfield, able to boot that one away. Ooh, good flick out from Whitehead. Shoved over, no foul is going to be the call. And picking the ball back up. 5 members forward, 4 defending. Kim on the ball. Plays it forward. One across, can't find his man again. Yeah, back to that free kick. Credit to the assistant referee who ended up making that call. Certainly a lot of shouts this game. And as we're talking about the goal differential, and as you can see, Kalonji Pro Profile warming up on this end of the screen. We were talking about goal differentials. Goal differential did actually come into play last season in the Premier playoffs about who made it in and who just didn't. So no playoffs here. It was, of course, Club the Strongest who didn't miss out on the postseason to Venetito, just based off goal differential. Number 7, that's Kim. Ball over the box, finds the header, can't find the net. That was a quick shot of Naisu from the sideline. UMA certainly have a lot to shout about today. .77 minutes played, 13 left to go here in UPSL Division I play. Soccer Saves Lives trailing UMAFC by a considerable 7-1 margin. UMA letting off the gas pedal a little bit. I think they are also starting to feel the finality of this scoreline. They're not exactly playing like their season depends on it, and to be fair, it really doesn't at this point. They'll be happy to walk away with a 7-1 victory. Honestly, it should be 7-0. It should be like 9-0 at this point. The one goal that was allowed in by goalkeeper number 1, Joe, was really an error, I'd have to say. I know we don't count errors here in soccer. It's more like for all the baseball fans. I know Atlanta Braves are having a hoot of a season thus far, but definitely was an error. Falls to Kim on the ball, cuts it back in. That's a very soft tackle. Dribbled on the sideline. doesn't have room and doesn't have support. Solo dribbling through 3 people will only get you so much. It's impressive to do, but practicality, less so. What did? Looks like something stuck. Bit of a 50-50 ball situation. Free kick. UMA. Wide on that left wing. Just gonna go wide. Looking at the linesman. Setting up like we are gonna get a corner kick here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're sticking around for the remainder of our action here tonight, we do have Premier Division action coming to you. Kalanji Pro Profile versus host FC Birmingham. Right after this, 2 teams right on the brink of playoff contention. It might be a good time to go get some snacks for that one, because I think this is a done and dusted game. Kalanji Pro Profile versus FC Birmingham, though, is certainly one to keep your eyes on. 2 teams really not off to the greatest starts this season after 2 matches played. Kalanji Pro Profile only on 4 points. FC Birmingham on 3 after a very disappointing loss at home to Dalton United. The new starlets of the Premier Division coming out, and the recent champions of the first division here in the UPSL Georgia. Looks like 2 more substitutions coming on shortly here for UMA. That's number 21, Lucas Kim, and number 24, Wilmer Gonzalez Lopez, coming off the pitch. I want to say that's number 11, Brandon Cervantes, and number 6, Hyunjun Cho. Cho, of course, on 1 goal already today. So he's had a fantastic contribution there from the deeper midfield position, especially in the early portions of the game, making a lot of very deep runs, seemingly out of nowhere. Not going to be disappointed with his performance here today. Cutting in. Oh, just a dribbler that gets deflected at the very end. Now for a quarter kick once more. Whitehead will be providing a service on this corner kick. It's been a very interesting game for Whitehead. He's been moving from that left back position more aggressively now into that winger position. Not the tallest attack you've ever seen, but certainly is one of the quicker. Ball played over the top. Will go out over the top. Diogo Plato not able to keep that down. 83rd minute of play. It would be a mercy if we got, 1 to 2 minutes stoppage time. Realistically, there's no reason to keep this going. Not many injuries. Some goals, obviously, but another minute or 2 is not going to prove any sort of difference in this matchup. SSL looking for any sort of consolation this late in the game. Something to build on, but ball played over the top, controlled, no second ball. Kim on the ball, might look to do it himself. Strong enough to shove off the pull. That's a delightful ball through to Whitehead. Oh, he just can't stay on it. That was a scrumptious through ball. Needed a little bit more strength up top there to hold off the defender, but they just look so dangerous. I almost feel a little bad for UMA, which is really weird to say. Like, this game should be getting so much more fanfare than it currently is, but I think the fact that they're up against an SSL side who realistically have collapsed on today. Obviously, they are missing some key personnel, but I don't think this is a one-person missing kind of issue. There's always unfortunately going to be the asterisk on the result now, but they have looked fantastic today. Obviously, would have liked to see a little bit better performance from Joe and Aju in the goalkeeping position. Realistically, should be on a clean sheet here. But outside of that, this is a team to watch this season. Plenty of space wide open here on the right side. Speaking of which, Kim's in behind alongside attacking partners. Kim, once again, trying to take it on himself. Just goes completely outside. Has a short cut back. Oh, just can't keep it glued to his feet. Gets away from him a little bit. Speaking of FIFA, he's the one really just trying to use the right stick to the most ability. Gonna be a little bit too greedy at this point, but and we are up by 6 goals. So I'm pretty sure there's really only been 2 substitutes thus far from SSL, and that is a backline that is just been put to work all day. And obviously I think there's some clear room for improvement out of that backline, but the amount of distance they've had to cover just chasing after Kim, chasing after Brunette, chasing after Whitehead now, it's going to take a toll on anyone. So I don't know if I can exactly blame him for wanting a bit of a sit. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, on a throw-in, there is no offsides. That is why Kim is currently sitting on the end line. And that is completely legal. Kim, once again, trying to Neymar his way out of this corner. Will find his pass through, but now on the end as well. Whitehead able to get back onto the ball. It's just lurking in a bit too advanced of a position. Remember down, I mean, there were a lot of, it was just a bit of a chaotic situation in the box. Oh, watching some keepy ups. Always good to see the goalkeeper confident in his touch. Ball played in. 3 minutes left to play, plus whatever stoppage time the referees deem necessary. SSL maintained possession. Good ball over the top, competently collected by Joe. Absolutely no pressure in the world here from SSL. UMA comfortably controlling this ball. Oh, there's some pressure. Interesting stiff arm coming out from UMA. Whitehead is onside. Oh, just dribbles around the back post. He was through on goal, and I was staring at that linesman the entire time. That flagged everyone up. A lot of these shots have just been a little bit too far. We'll watch that replay. That's close. That might be a step offsides, but I mean that's close enough that I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt to the official. Whitehead once again making another run. And don't worry, ladies, we are about 2 minutes away from everyone getting to go home. Got to get the orange slices ready. Maybe some Capri Suns after the match. That's a soccer I remember. All played over the top. Ooh, that is a hand where a hand should not be. Referee has decided on mercy. No foul on that. Once again, I don't think it was an absolute malicious. But when hands get close to faces, there's always a possibility of some card-shaped objects being shown. I will have to say, as much as it has definitely been a bit of a that's a foul. As much as that has been disappointed that it seems like SSL's head had dropped, I guess I do at least prefer this as to stupid fouls. They haven't gotten angry, which is good. Or at least they haven't gotten angry at the other team. So, yeah, good dribbling, just lazy challenge by the defender. We're late in the game. Number 2, Diego Matarita, who I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember seeing coming on. Commits the foul, free kick, in swinger. Through the American uprights. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. UMA, so much to be happy for tonight. SSL, they've got their work cut out for them. And that's it for our coverage here today of the season opener of the UPSL Georgia Division I matchup. SSL falling to UMA at home. An away day to remember for UMAFC. And they're going to look to keep this progress up in a potential campaign for the promotion spot. But, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Check back into the ASMG channel as we will shortly be going to our coverage of Kalanji Pro Profile versus FC Birmingham in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. You don't want to miss it right after this.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.